So I got into strength and conditioning because I used to be a competitive athlete in high school, but I wasn't exactly the most physically gifted person. So I really got into studying the intricacies of how do you develop speed, how do you develop explosive jumping ability, power, strength, and all of that. So I just basically wanted to learn how to get the most of my body because I started on a lower baseline, and I would usually get cut from teams in the past because I was slower, I wasn't as explosive. So yeah, just trying to learn how to develop my body to its greatest capabilities is something I really got into. What do I like most about it? There's a lot of things. I think the process is pretty cool. Number one, it's just like one thing with the people I work with is like I always ask them, all right, what do you want to achieve out of this? What's your goal? And then from there, it's kind of like short-term and long-term goals, right? We want to highlight, okay, this is what you want out of it, and here's our plan. It may change slightly. We'll always adjust to whatever happens. So if we hit a certain roadblock, or we find that we can do something, we can find a better way to do something, for example, in the programming. Yeah, so basically the whole process, looking at the goal, and being able to achieve or knock off our short-term goals while staying focused on the long-term goals. One of my biggest inspirations is probably just kind of my experience back in the Philippines. Basketball over there is religion. So I would say it's basketball in the Philippines is bigger than what hockey is over here, I would say. So yeah, just how kids kind of use sport, it may not just be basketball or whatever sport, as a tool to get out of poverty, because poverty is pretty prevalent in the Philippines. So yeah, so it's just kind of like my contribution is, I guess, through strength and conditioning, how properly develop that, and if someone can use their sport as a tool to achieve what they want. I would say that I was pretty lucky to not really grow up in poverty, but it's all around you when you go there, right? You're just kind of, in your car driving, and it's actually crazy, the kind of class divide. You'll see some really developed areas, but you drive like 2 minutes out, you'll see basically houses made of scrap metal and plywood, and there are a lot of like natural catastrophes. There's like earthquakes, floods, and all of that. So yeah, and just seeing, I guess, that mixed with like the country's passion for basketball, it's kind of a way for basically, yeah, just people use sport, specifically basketball, more than others to really kind of forward themselves in life. I just appreciate like kind of the everyday, or just when I wouldn't say there's this one specific thing, but it's just like, okay, maybe like for this summer especially, because I've had a lot of athletes transition from the university to the pro ranks. So yeah, just helping them over the summer kind of get ready for that next level. And then right now I'm just receiving messages like, oh, I've been playing really well so far. I've been killing it, putting up big numbers and getting paid to play the sport that I love. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, some other athletes that I'll work with, I'll just get a message from them just basically saying, wow, like my game's totally different now. Like I'm jumping so much higher. I don't really get bullied physically in my sport. Yeah, so I wouldn't say it's that one big moment. I would say it's more of a collective of basically the people that I work around every day. My one big life advice, it sounds cliche to really like pursue what you love, but be ready for the challenges that come with it. You could be doing what you love, but like there will be days too that are like not ideal. You'll have some bad days, you'll have some good days. So I think just to really be even keel about it. So when something good really happens, take that into stride, but still always be focused on your ultimate goal. When things don't go your way, I would say just probably know why you're doing this, and yeah, just put it all into perspective. For example, say I'm working with a client, an athlete. Yeah, there'll be some days that things are going amazing, right? We're hitting all our PRs, we're jumping higher, jumping faster. There'll just be other days that, you know, that athlete will not be seeing those results they want, either because, you know, it just takes time, or, you know, for example, they're fatigued. You have to tell them like, okay, we need to rest, take it back a little bit. So yeah, it's just the overall kind of ebbs and flows of yeah, the whole program. Because, you know, as I said, you may, like, for example, these athletes that you work with, they're doing what they love, but there will be highs and lows, such as, okay, you're winning, you're losing, you're healthy, you get injured. Yeah, it's just all kind of like, it's always a roller coaster in anything you do in life, really, I think. My big goal in the future, I would like to really continue to, well, grow the business of Saltis. And yeah, just continue to improve that culture of really taking your sport seriously if you want it to take you far, right? I would say really, you know, improve that culture of physical preparation and, you know, working hard and working smart. Because as I said, I was moving from the Philippines to Canada. You have this idea that's exactly the same as the US, but I learned that, yeah, it wasn't exactly the same and it had a ways to go. So just continue to build that culture of really trying to excel in your sport by doing all the things necessary that you need to succeed. Just really stay the course, right? If you really want something and there will be days that derail you, just stay the course, stay even keeled, keep a level head. When you succeed, probably celebrate it, enjoy it, but not too much. Also, in the same way that you experience a setback or a failure, don't take it too much to heart, and just kind of regroup and always just stay focused towards what you want to achieve, your goal. And always have a bigger purpose for it.